Is discipline the answer? Are the people who are always busy, always in your mind doing more than you, are they actually happy? I think at some point, doing as much as you can without stopping started to feel like the goal. Like rest is earned. Like if you aren't improving or aren't doing absolutely everything you can to like uh, direct it into your hobby or your schooling or something important, or your job, like you were falling behind. I remember somewhere in high school around sophomore or junior year that I realized I was wasting my time. Any moment I wasn't being productive felt wrong, even when I didn't have the means to be productive. Um, Especially with sports, if I didn't have access to a field, I still felt unproductive. Or if I was on a plane, I felt unproductive when I couldn't work out. And the weird part is, I couldn't. Some of these times, when I actually had the means, I couldn't force myself to be productive, and also I couldn't force myself to fully relax. No matter what I was doing, there was this voice in the back of my head that's telling me I need to be doing more, that I was lazy, that I wasn't enough, that there are people who are doing more than you and you need to match them or be better than them. So I started wondering if I actually did manage to do more than I am right now, would that voice disappear? Would I actually be happy? Are the people who talk about being insanely busy, insanely disciplined, are they content? When they finally stop, when they get home and they sit down, are they able to enjoy the rest? Or are they still thinking about what comes next, what they didn't finish, what they could have done better, more efficiently, or just more of? And I think a lot of us aren't addicted to productivity or addicted to movement. Our minds are so used to multitasking and doing so many things at once that anytime we're still, it's uncomfortable. Like silence feels wrong. Rest feels like a waste when there are always people to compare yourself to. I think some people find it hard not to scroll while watching a movie, or you know relax but also like check your email or do some work. And then we wonder why the rest we are quote unquote taking, just because we're like laying down or sitting down or something like that, why it doesn't feel refreshing at all. So I urge you to try, if you're going to relax, to really do it. Like you can give 100% in your daily life, but when you get home and you relax, fully do it. Watch a movie without your phone and just watch it, and stop thinking about what I need to get done right now because you're watching a movie, you're doing something. Sit with uh, one thing, uh, sit with boredom when it hits. Let your mind slow down instead of feeling that it needs to be occupied of every second when it gets a little bit quieter. Be just as intentional about resting as working, because discipline can work, but is it what you need? And is constant busyness and constant discipline, doing something 24 hours a day, making every single minute you know worth your while, is it going to make you happy? Or is it just that your mind is unable to sit by itself? If you stop doing something and occupying your mind, are some bad thoughts going to form? That's all I have for today. New camera. We're using the phone for today. And I started journaling or doing this writing when I'm thinking on the bus or when I have a little bit of free time in between classes. I'll just write the thoughts that I want to talk about that day instead of doing it all at once. And once again, the bus is the bus is more relaxing. I usually spend that time on my phone, but just slowing my mind down enough to have some intentional, clear thoughts, even if it's a little boring and a little bit more challenging to slow myself down, it's gonna help in the long run. So slow yourself down, be intentional, and just live life. You don't have to live life constantly doing something. You can be lazy.